Wise. Wise. You were really trying to irritate me right now, bro. You're doing this on purpose. That's what you're really doing. You're really doing this on purpose because, bro, no, see, this is the thing. I have no issue with AR. I have no problem at all with AR-15. I like AR-15. My only issue with AR-15 is that you're in a draft class with both Bryce Young and CJ Stroud. That's my issue with AR-15. Both of these guys are in this draft class, and since both of these guys are in this draft class, I do not want to draft AR-15. There is no reason why the Texans need to. And I think Willie Anderson, to bring it back, I think Willie Anderson is a top prospect. He is. I like Jalen Carter. I like both of them, but Bryce and CJ are the clear head two guys above them because the quarterback is the position that you need. You need a quarterback. I'd rather take Bryce and CJ over them. Now, when you bring up Bryce, CJ, and Willie Anderson, and AR-15, from a pocket passing standpoint, Bryce and CJ are head and above shoulders over AR-15. There's no debate. They are better prospects than them.
It is a debate.
Okay, what's the debate?
Okay, like I said, first of all, the situation is basically if anybody trade up and get that number one pick and they take Bryce Young, I'm going AR-15s as the next quarterback option for the Houston Texans. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying, and all I'm saying is like that's the situation that I'm saying I'm taking AR-15. It ain't no other situations I'm saying take AR-15. Like my number one quarterback, really, to be honest, I was being facetious when I'm saying AR-15, but my number one quarterback is Bryce Young. I mean, at the end of the day, if Bryce Young is there at the number 2 pick, I'm taking Bryce Young. If he ain't there, then I'm taking Will Anderson. I'm not taking – Will Anderson is a better prospect overall to me than C.J. Stroud, potentially. Will Anderson is the guy that had 17 sacks. He had 9 sacks his rookie year. He had 17 sacks his sophomore year. His junior year, he had 10 sacks, double-digit sacks. Like, bruh, and this was when he's getting double and triple teamed the whole season. And we seen it on tape. So when I see guys like that, bruh, coming out, I'm like, man, we need this on the defensive side of the ball. We need to be able to stop the run. We need to be able to put pressure on the quarterback. We need to be able to help guys like Stingley Jr. and guys like Petrie be able to make more plays on the ball, even though Petrie is already a ball hawk. Can you imagine what Stingley Jr. can do with a competent defensive line, bro? Like, that's more interception. That's more opportunity. That's more time that the quarterback got to get the ball out of their hands quicker. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I think that Will Anderson is a better prospect than C.J. Stroud in that case. And I also will say AR-15 is better than C.J. Stroud. That's me personally. As a prospect.
If we draft Bryce Young, does he start day one?
Yeah. Yeah.
If we draft C.J., does he start day one?
Yeah.
If we draft AR-15, does he start day one?
Maybe. It depends.
You said all I need to. I don't need to say nothing else because your answer. No, your answer. You just answered my own. You answered your question for me.
No, because I said it all depends. I gotta wait to see what's gonna happen in free agency. I gotta wait to see what's gonna happen in the combine. I gotta wait till I see AR-15 Pro Day. Once I see all of that. And if I see that he actually looking good with some of these guys like Jordan Addison, like Quentin Johnson, like Tank Dells, like Zay Jones, Zay Flowers, Josh Downs. If I see him throwing bombs to these guys in a combine and in a pro day, he throwing bombs and it's accurate, man. I mean, like at the end of the day, we seen guys like Trayvon Walker that went from the third rounders. Jump all the way up to the number 1 pick last year. This guy, I mean, he just got this. He got the experience. He got the relationship and the chemistry with Damian Pierce. Like we seen guys like I wanted to say this earlier. We seen guys like Huntley being successful in the system with Greg Roman. Greg Roman is trash as an offensive coordinator. in Baltimore. And Lamar Jackson, a guy that everybody was saying, oh, he need to move to wide receiver, or he need to move to running backs, and he would still be able to come out here and become an MVP with a bad offensive coordinator. So what I'm saying is, if you get this guy in the right system, it don't matter what quarterback you draft at the end of the day. It all depends on the system you're bringing the quarterback into and what tools are you bringing around to help the quarterback to succeed. Because at the end of the day, we're going to have to protect any quarterback that we bring in here. We already got tonsils. We already got Titus Howard. Well, we got to extend him if we're going to do that. And we got Kenyon Green. We need to add a centers. We need to add a right guards. I mean, at the receiving position, we got Mechie. We got Nico Collins. I mean, but we're going to have to start bringing in bigger guys in free agency. We're going to have to bring some star players in. We're going to have to trade for a star receiver. Or we're going to have to draft a star receiver. Like, if you get AR-15, maybe draft a Quentin Johnson's. Yeah, maybe I can see. Like, that would be interesting. And you can't tell me that wouldn't be interesting. Or draft a guy that can stretch the field like Tank Dell. Like, this guy can throw the ball 70 yarders. Like, we haven't had a quarterback that can do that in a long time. I mean, you could say Ryan Mallett, but he really didn't start.
Exactly. So what's good if you're able to throw the ball 80 yards if you can't do it accurately? Because Ryan Mallett had an arm. Come on, bro. Like Ryan Mallett had an arm. Tom Savage had an arm. Brandon Whedon had an arm.
Getting open in Florida, they wasn't creating separation. I'm telling you, go back and watch the film.
Again. You named it. You said yourself for two things. One, you said that you do consider him to be a project. Actually, three things. One, you consider himself to be a project. Two, I asked the other guys who, if they are the Houston, if the Texans draft them, will they start day one? You said yes. Well, you said yes, absolutely. But then with AR-15, you said maybe it depends. So that right there creeps in doubt. And then thirdly, you said it yourself. Thirdly, you said it yourself. Because you brought up Cam Newton's record, his overall record of what he actually did in the NFL. And I think Cam is a better prospect than AR-15. So therefore, by looking at that, AR-15 can't do it all by himself, bro.
A better prospect don't mean nothing at the end of the day.
He was a better quarterback.
He got better potential. He got better potential.
Did Cam Newton did he not win a league MVP and go 15-1 and make it to a Super Bowl?
And did he lose the Super Bowls and have a pitiful performance in the Super Bowl's performance against the number 2 picks that was drafted right behind him, Von Miller's, when we could have drafted a Willie Anderson's?
Okay. When last time Texas won Super Bowl?
Yes.
He got a little extra ring he got with Vegas. I'm not with Vegas, with the LA. But no, he was also Super Bowl MVP. You should throw that one in because Von Miller was Super Bowl MVP.
That's why I say Willie Anderson at number 2, AR-15s. I mean, if you think he's on the same caliber as, I mean, if you can get him at pick 12, I
don't think he's on the same. But that's my thing. I don't even think he's on the same caliber as Cam Newton. I don't think he's going to be as good as Cam Newton is.
Wow.
And that's why I've said, if you feel like what?
From the man that liked it, Malik Willis last year.
I ain't like Malik Willis.
Walls?
No, when I first seen Malik Willis, I was like, okay, he might be somebody we could look towards. And then when Malik Willis started playing, I'm like, nah.
Yeah, we all said that.
Yeah. I'm like, no. When I started seeing him play, I'm like, nah, he ain't it. You know, when you first see his name, okay, maybe he might be interested. Then you see him play, you like, nah, he ain't it, bro. What was it what's his name? Liberty. He couldn't even get it done at Liberty. Like he didn't even look good at Liberty. Like I was like, nah.
I think AR-15 is better than that. That's what I'm saying. He got.
I think better. I think he's better. I think AR is he way better than Malik Willis. I think he does. I think he should have went back to school because I do believe if he could polish up his passing. If he could polish up his passing, he's at 53.8%. If he could get 53, if he could get it just up to 60, I think he's the number 1 pick in next year's draft. He's 6'4", 230 pounds, and runs a legit 4.4. I believe if he gets his passing up to a consistent 60%, he's undoubtedly the number 1 overall pick in next year's draft. the thing is, we talking about guys in Bryce and CJ who throwing at 66 and 68% over their 2 years, not just off of 1 year fluke. Off of both of you had both their year capacity passing percentage combined is they both threw Bryce threw 66 and CJ threw 68. CJ has over 40 touchdowns and 12 picks. CJ, I mean, he has over 80 touchdowns and 12 picks for his career. Bryce has 70 touchdowns and 12 picks for their career.
CJ not better than Bryce, and CJ not better than Anthony Richardson. We're going to have to disagree.
And we can go back and forth about. I'm not going to argue about CJ versus Bryce. I'm not going to argue because I told you how I feel. I feel like they both here. But if I feel like they both here, that means by default, I think the AR is right here. Or right here.
That's disrespectful to Bryce, to be honest, because CJ not even close to Bryce to me, just being honest.
Hey.